Guys, so today I'm going to talk about this customer that I had who pushed me. She was like a complete B word. Okay, like I've never in my life had anyone, well, a customer push me. I don't know, like, because I've always been taught if somebody hits you, then hit them back. And I swear that lady got touched by an angel, because it took every bone of my body not to haul off and knock her the hell out. Because when she pushed me, I swear I was like, Jesus, save my soul, like for real, because she was crazy. Like I don't know what her issue was. It all started when I started working at this gas station, and she would come in all the time, and I was pretty new to the gas station, and it was pretty much my first time seeing her. So when I came into work, I went to the register to log in and count my money and everything, and my coworker, he was already helping a customer. So I told her, I was like, I'll help you, ma'am, and she ignored me. So I was like, I'll help you, ma'am. Again, she didn't say nothing or do nothing. So I was like, ma'am, I'll help you. And she didn't do nothing. Like, she's just like, and I said it one more time, and she was like, and I was like, okay, what was that about? So my coworker rung her up, and after she left, the customer left, my coworker, he was like, what was that about? And I was like, I have no idea. And he was like, I think she's crazy. And I was like, I don't know. He was like, that is so weird. He was like, maybe she's a racist. Maybe it's because you're black. And I was like, I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be one of those people that pulls the race card. And so I was like, I was thinking that. I was thinking that as well. He was like, I think she's a racist. And he was like, that was just crazy. Next day, I ended up telling my assistant manager, and I told the other assistant manager too, and they both was like, yeah, I think it's because you're black. Like, that's the only thing I can get from it, was because you're black. I was the only black person that worked there. Everybody else was white, and except there was 2 Mexicans and there was a Puerto Rican, and that was it. So I mean, everyone just was like, yeah, it's because you're black. So the next time she came in, and me and the same guy, we were on register, and I was expecting her to go to him, but nope, she went to me, and she was all nice and friendly and making conversation and stuff. And I'm just like, didn't the other day when you came in here, you were like, I don't want you. Like, I don't know. When she left, my coworker, he was like, okay, now I'm just convinced that she's crazy, because now she doesn't want, now she comes to you acting like that didn't happen and everything. And then the next day when she came in again, me and him was on register again, and she didn't want to go to him. She blew him off. He was like, I'll help you, ring you up, ma'am. She stood there and waited till I was done with the customer so she could go to me. So I'm like, okay, I'm starting to think she has like a mental problem or something. Like, I don't know. And we had eliminated the race card because she started coming to me now. And so she started seeing, I started ringing her up a lot more. But then there were times when she didn't want me to ring her up, or if I was the only person on the register, she would come and she's like, not saying anything. Like, I'm just like, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you doing today? Okay, have a good day. Co-workers was thinking the same thing, like she's bipolar or something. And she started getting to the point where she was doing it to more of the co-workers, more of my co-workers. So it was one time I was on the floor doing something. I think I was stocking something up, and my Mexican co-worker, he was on register. No, I think I was like sweeping the floor or something. Yeah. I was sweeping the floor. I'm just go with that because I think I was sweeping the floor. So my Mexican coworker, he was on register. So she came up in line, and next thing I know, he was like, Raven, can you come ring her up? And I was like, okay. So I went over to the register and rung her up, and she was nice, and she left. And I was like, what was that? He said she did not want him to ring her up. I'm like, what? Like, why does it freaking matter? I don't understand. I'm so confused. So the day that she pushed me, oh my snickerdoodle. So I was in work, and it was going fine. Everything was going great. However, this chick comes into the store, and she sees that I'm in front of the end cap stocking like the candies and all that stuff, and she just decided she's going to squeeze her little butt in between me and this end cap, and she pushed me. Like, it was one of those push that was like, and I'm looking like, you know, that's fighting stuff right there. Like, that's how you get shot. And I just like, oh my, because it caught me off guard. Like, I'm like, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you there. Oh my goodness. And I'm looking like, oh my, she got touched by an angel for real, because I was like 2 seconds from going the heck off on her for pushing me. But I didn't, because like I said earlier, I think she has a mental problem. So that's why I just let it go. But I was like, oh my gosh. And my coworker, my Mexican coworker, he was just looking at me. And after he rung that girl, no, he didn't ring her up. I had to go back over there because she didn't want him to ring. She didn't want him to ring her up. So I had to go over there and ring her up. And after she left, I was like, did you see that? And he was like, no. And I was like, she pushed me. And he was like, what? And I'm like, yes. And so the next day, I told my assistant manager what happened. And she was like, you are too nice, because if that was our store manager, she would have effed her up so fast. And she was like, I would have effed her up. And I was like, you know what? I was like, it took everything out of me not to. I was like, but I didn't, because I think, one, she has a mental problem, and two, I'm not about to lose my job over anyone, like nobody's ignorance and, you know, stuff like that. Like, I don't know how you did that. Like, I would have effed her up. And I'm like, I have no idea. She got touched for real. She got touched by an angel. And she came in, and she, for the rest of the time that I worked at that gas station, she was still doing her bipolar. Like, oh, I like you today, I don't like you tomorrow. Like you next week. See ya. Like, I don't know. She was so crazy. So, yeah, that's my crazy customer story. So, until next time, see you later.